Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. So this is a client edition, and when you are having issues in your life and you suspect that someone has sent you death magic or a death spell, then there are a couple of ways that we can deal with this, and we can deal with this in a cleansing way. We can spiritually cleanse the person from the attack, and we can physically protect ourselves from these people by moving away from them. If you suspect that a person, and it doesn't matter who it is, whether it is a family member, a husband, a wife, a child, anyone that has sent you that kind of negative attack upon you, a death spell with, the evil eye on your health or your finances, that this person almost bursts with fury when you're around them. They want to attack you. They want to try to fight you. They're sending negative vibes to you. You've had near-death experiences after you have been entangled or quarrel with this person. Then this is a sure understanding that the person has sent a death spell to you, and you're going to have to cleanse that negative energy inside and out. And this is what's been going on with my client. She had some near-death experiences after having a divorce, after an attack by her husband. I don't think that he wanted to let go of the relationship, but I think that after all of the attacks that she had been up under, she had no choice but to break the relationship off. He had given her some STDs during the relationship, during their marriage. She had endured him sleeping with other people prior to this, and he thought that this was going to continue, and she sought out my help in order to help her get away from this type of negative energy. And soon after the divorce, this person, her husband, her ex-husband now, started using black magic. She started having near-death experiences, car accidents, a problem where people were stalking her, following her home. Someone, was sending shots through her glass at the first of the year. So these are our understandings that these near-death experiences, after having an argument with her first husband, all of these things occurred, and this is letting her know, this is how the universe will let you know that this person has a malevolent, wicked design against you. And I wanted to bring you, this story so that you will have some examples of what will happen. You just will not have bad luck when a person has sent negative energy to your health. And what we're going to do is we're going to cleanse our sister. She doesn't want us to use her name. We're going to cleanse our sister from the inside out, because obviously she still has some attachments to this person, and we're going to cleanse it so that he can no longer attack her, and anything that he will send, it will be returned to sender, immediately. Because, like I say, when you dig one ditch, you better dig two. He has been showing up in the middle of the night. Although we don't have video footage, some of the things that we have been seeing on with this sister is, her car has been coming up, being tampered with. So this person has become obsessed. And like I say, and many times, a narcissist will put you in a situation where they're just going to be obsessed with you. They're going to keep doing things in order to upset you, in order to irritate you, and they're trying to harm you. They're trying to get you to harm yourself. They're going to put you through all of these types of attacks so that, you start having the psychic attacks. You need some medication. You need something to sleep. You don't feel comfortable in your home. So we're going to be able to stop all of that since we know who the persons are. Since whenever we know who the family member, the husband, the wife, if it's, people on the job, neighbors, if we know who they are, we can go ahead and start cleansing and get them on out of our lives and protect ourselves with the holy word in order to shield us from these types of attacks. And it's like I told my client that, when he first brought you home an STD, when he first brought you home a child, an outside child, then it was the time, and I know that you were trying to save your marriage, but that was the time then to start cutting these cords and start fasting. And so now we have to do it now. Whenever we have removed ourselves from the situation, we have to go ahead and cut those cords. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, this person was crazy. No, you're not crazy for trying to save your marriage over 10 years. You're not crazy. It's fine that, you wanted to make it work. You were trying to make it work with this person, but in many cases, you will not be able to make it work with a narcissist who has become obsessed with your energy, and you're willing to go extra lengths in order to attack you when you no longer want to be a part of their negative agendas or their attacks or them siphoning your energy. When you no longer want to be a part of the trauma bond, they will become obsessed because they're used to siphoning your energy. They're used to using you. They're used to betraying you. And so now that you've cut these cords and you reached out to me so we can go ahead and get your spiritual healing baths going, we got the prayers going, and we're also making sure that we're cleansing the inside of the home, and we're making sure that we're mopping the inside of the home with cleanses so that anything that he has or had there can be removed. We're going over this with a fine-tooth comb so that he can have nothing left there in order to feel attached and have a reason to come back. The relationship is over, and we do not want to hold on to things that belong to our exes because it creates an attachment with the person, a psychic attack, that mental attachment, and a physical attachment to negative energy, to a narcissist demonic person. So, we are having also problems with this client where he is coming to her job. So we are also going to cleanse this type of negative energy where he has become a stalker. And many times when you have, been with a male and he doesn't want to let you go, many times this has happened to me before, where they will, just become intense. They will start parking across the street. I had, one husband came and sat at my job because he didn't believe that I was working, 12 hours a day, 60 hours a week. So we have these types of narcissists. We have to cleanse them out of our lives. I have given you some of the examples that you will understand when you run into these issues with these persons in your life, that they will try to harm you. They have sent death spells to you. When you start having the problem soon after you have an argument or a disagreement, they have sent a death spell to you when you start having those near-death experiences in your life. And you're going to have to use me, give me a call so that I can cleanse this person out of your life and cut those cords that they have sent to your heart, your mind, and your body. So I hope you receive this message. Please like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. You can book your one-on-one life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions. I thank you all. Please donate to my channel. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.